Well, hi, everybody. I'm Bob McEwen along with Bill Horn, and Joe Watts is with us tonight from the Antelope Valley College Marauders. And, Joe, you've played in some of these big games here on Mays Field in the past. Can you equate this one with some of those that you played in the past?
This is a very big game. I don't know if this isn't one of the biggest games in AV high school history. I know that the kids right now are really feeling like, you know, they're really up. This is the game. This is the thing they play for. This is what it's all about.
Okay, let's go to Bill Horn. Bill, both teams evenly matched. They played one time before with the Canyon Cowboys coming out by a point.
And I'll tell you what, the Lopes are happy to get another crack at these Cowboys. You're right, they're evenly matched football teams. Maybe the advantage would go to AV tonight. Canyon is a banged-up football team. They've lost two of their best linebackers. They've got their best tailback has a sprained ankle, and their best receiver has a sprained ankle. So says Harry Welch. He likes to sandbag, but we'll find out tonight. No wind tonight. The winds have died down. That may be an advantage for the Canyon Cowboys.
Okay, Joe, do you have any predictions?
No, I don't have any predictions except this. I think it's probably going to be a very exciting football game and a close football game.
Well, you've heard it right there. It's going to be a barn burner right here at Mays Field. It's for Division number 2, the CIF Football Championship. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this. Good evening again, everybody. I'm Bob McEwen along with Bill Horn and Joe Watts, and we're ready to go with the CIF Championship game, Division number 2 of the Southern Section. It's at Mays Field in Lancaster, California. Canyon will kick off to AV High. It will be Brian Mackay kicking off to the Antelopes. The deep men will be Wayne Walters and Tommy Smith. They don't stand too deep. Wayne Walters fields the ball near the 13-yard line. Here comes the reverse to Tommy Smith. He's going to be cracked down, and they knew that was coming. He's going to be hit hard in the 15-yard line, and he fumbled the ball. It looks like Canyon has it. Man, oh man, what an opening turnover.
Well, we've seen that happen all year long. They like to get the football into Tommy Smith's hands. He was shut down the last time these two teams played, and he's off to a horrible start here tonight with the crucial fumble.
I don't think Canyon was fooled a bit by that reverse. And this is something that AV had to avoid, a turnover.
Near the 18-yard line, so Canyon, surprise on a big turnover right away, and Balto calls timeout.
No, I think AV called that timeout. They are confused on the defense right now, and I saw AV call the timeout. They sure did.
Okay. Well, let's try to reconstruct what happened. All year long, they've gone on that reverse to Tommy Smith. And Canyon, I know, has watched this play over and over again. They knew it was coming. Everybody in the ballpark knew it was coming, and they laid and nailed him down.
Well, one of the problems with that reverse is the guys are standing around waiting. They're just standing there. They're not popping anybody. And then they give the football to Tommy Smith. There's no movement, and he gets nailed.
Well, Bill, it's no secret that AV is going to get the ball into Tommy Smith's hands. So running reverse, I don't think has the effect it should have.
So what does this do now? I tell you, it sets the mood for the night. It's taking the fans right out of it early. They're stunned right now.
Well, let's go with the offense for Canyon. They'll be at Balto, will be the quarterback, Robert Leary, Chris Peary, the running backs. They'll start out of the eye. A lot of confusion as they try to get this first play off. Your officials, by the way, come all the way from Santa Maria Valley. Guy Graham is your referee, Mike Ostini, your umpire, Jerry Morozic, field judge. Back judge is Gary McNana, and Jack Hoover is the head linesman.
One thing this AV defense is going to have to do, and that's shut down Chris Peary. He had a great game against them the last time. He had over 100 yards. He carried the ball 24 times for 122 yards. It's a 5-yard average per carry. So he had his way against the Lopes last time. We need to shut him down tonight.
Well, Bill, a lot of those yards came late in the game. He's such a big running back that if you keep giving him the ball and let him keep pounding in there, it's going to wear out the defense.
He's 6'1", 220 pounds, and still only a junior, so Harry Welch will have him another year.
I've been reading all week where the injuries, where Harry's been talking about his team is injured, and Chris Peary being one of those guys with a sprained ankle. We'll get a good look at him tonight and see just how injured Chris Peary is.
We're trying to figure out why the delay.
I believe it's the clock. I think they're having a problem with the clock right now, and they're trying to get that situated, corrected. The officials are talking to both coaches, explaining what the problem is right now. The clock shows 19:53. I don't think they play that many minutes.
They don't even play that in the pros. They play 12-minute quarters, in case you're watching at home. Rod Balto is quite an interesting story. The quarterback of Canyon High School at 6'2", 175 pounds. He's an extremely dangerous passer, but in the 80 game just a month ago out here at Mays Field, he ran in the touchdown from 5 yards out that beat the Antelopes.
You know, I've seen Canyon play twice this year. I saw him beat AV, and then I was down at Canyon when they played Palmdale. And I'll tell you one thing about this Canyon football team. They execute so well. They're a very well-coached football team, and they don't make too many mistakes out there.
That is a trademark of a Harry Welch coach team. He makes sure that his kids are disciplined and they know what they're doing.
Balto's completed 121 out of 225 attempts, 1,828 yards and 18 touchdowns.
And he was 9 for 21 with 1 interception, 104 yards the last time Canyon visited here in Lancaster. Great football game. I remember it so well. Tommy Smith going in for the touchdown. The ball pops loose at about the 1-foot line, and Chris Peary grabbed it, and that was it for the Lopes.
He tried to go up over the top, and boy, they're vulnerable when they go up that airborne attack, and he just simply lost the ball.
You know, Tommy Smith's been talking all week. He got shut down by these Cowboys. The last time they played, he only had about 55 yards rushing. He said they will not stop him a second time. I tend to somewhat believe him.
Speaking of rushing, big Colt 44 coming into this ball game, 1,799 yards. That's 7.7 yards every time he gets his hands on the football. Of course, he has 156 points, 23 touchdowns rushing, and 3 touchdowns through the air.
This delay has got to help the Lopes, though, I'll tell you, because Canyon was fired up after that big fumble, and it just kind of took the momentum away from them here with this big delay, but they got the clock set and they're ready to go.
All right, from the 18-yard line, Canyon Cowboys. Both teams identical, 11-2 records coming into this ball game. Quarterback keeper by Balto, he runs straight on ahead. He'll have himself about 6 or 7 yards down to about the 12-yard line. Got in behind Grimaldo, Antelope, and Jimenez, and they just ran straight ahead.
Boy, it's tough to see. Our monitor's not working up here tonight. Hopefully we'll get that fixed a little bit later.
We need a television repairman to make a house call. So they put it just outside the 12 near the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6, a 4-yard gain by Balto. He keeps Leary and Peary right in behind him in the eye. He's going to go off to Peary, a big hole, and he should have another 1st down. He runs it all the way down near the 10-yard line, inside the 10 near the 5.
Bob, right off the bat, Canyon's trying to establish, I think, superiority on the offensive line, offensive versus the defensive front. Those first 2 plays are very basic run right at your football, so there might be some idea of what Canyon's game plan is going to be tonight.
James Blankenship and Derek Minzy, the inside linebackers. Oko Hoskins and Scott Dunn, the outside linebackers. We have John and Steve Ford, the defensive ends. Jay Freeman and David Willis, the down tackles. Goal to go to Peary. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and is hit down maybe for no gain at all near the 5-yard line. Scott Dunn got to him first, number 22.
Boy, he was hit early, but he just kept the legs moving. He must have got 2 or 3 yards on that.
He carried a few tacklers with him, right? Like you said before, he's a very big running back for high school.
I think he carried that all the way down to the 3-yard line.
2nd down and goal to go, just outside the 3, closer to the 4. Important drive here for the Canyon Cowboys after the turnover by Tommy Smith. Balto to Peary. He's crashed near the 3-yard line. A great job by Jay Freeman, number 72, 6'1", 245, the defensive tackle. Hit him and straightened him up, and then he got some help from these linebackers, and Oko Hoskins got in there.
Well, the last time they played, when Canyon got that touchdown at the end of the first half, they were right about here at this, they were inside the 5, and they went with the quarterback keeper. We'll see if they go with that same play tonight. He rolled out and ran it in.
3rd down and 3. Brian Schroeder that caught 2 touchdown passes last week's wide to the left. Will he throw right here? No, he gives off to the fullback, and he's crashing toward the end zone. They say touchdown.
Too much of a load to bring down.
Man, oh man.
Just straight running plays, Bob. They're running right at AV's defense, power against power.
They lined up a little bit differently that time, Joe.
They went split back and brought the back across the formation. You see him dive and cut it back across the formation, so it's kind of a misdirection.
Perry is 6'1", 220. Boy, does he just drive in there. Keeps those legs churning. Steve Mann will try to make it 7. High snap. Kick is up. It's good. 9:29 to go, and the Canyon Cowboys have a 7-0 lead over the AV High Antelopes. We'll be coming right back after these messages. And the Canyon Cowboys will kick it off again. Brian Mackay. Last time.
He's not quite as good as Jurgensen, who's averaged 60 yards on the kickoff, but Mackay's averaging 48.5 yards per kickoff.
Whatever he did last time, it ended out good for the Cowboys. High kick.
They're kicking away from
Walters waits over there. Now he's coming right. That's Hood on the reverse. Oh, he's going to be hit down at the 15-yard line. Boy, that didn't fool anybody either.
Oh, he took a jolt, too. If we take a look at the replay.
Charles Hood.
It's a very good tackle by the Canyon defender.
You know, he's not kicking him into the end zone, but yet the Antelopes are not getting it on the last 2 tries out to the 20.
See the wall there.
This might have been a good play to open the game with, but this time Canyon is playing right at home where they should be.
All right, at the 16-yard line, Kareem Hilton going to pitch to Tommy Smith going right. He fumbles the ball. Boy, it bounced right back up.
Boy, did he have a head of steam going through that line. This guy is playing
I think there's a little
hard.
bit of adrenaline going right now.
Woo. Out right near the 19-yard line.
Canyon's lucky someone tripped him up because he was hit the hole early.
He ran hard. He says he's going to get 200 yards or thereabouts tonight. Double wide receivers to the near side. Brandon Newcomb, the coach's son, is one of them. They pitch to Tommy Smith going right. He's gang tackled and driven back. No gain. What a job of defense by the Canyon Cowboys.
Well, we know that they're going to put the football in Tommy Smith's hands, but they're going to have to mix it up a little bit because they'll key on Smith all night.
Well, you know, they watch the game films all week long, I'm sure, Joe, and they know against Palmdale it was Tommy Smith over the right side most of the night.
That's been the story most of the season, and I think they're probably, and justifiably so, they're probably keying on Tommy.
They're going to have to complete some passes to free Tommy Smith tonight.
I think you're right.
So it's third down coming up. They still need about 5. They go to the fullback. No room at all near the 20-yard line. Minzy. Tommy Smith. Tommy Smith had it in there running out of that new formation that Brent Newcomb has put in there this week, and now they're going to have to...
They tried to run a trap up the middle with Tom carrying the ball.
Well, we'll see Tommy punt now.
And he's done an excellent job. He's near 40 yards this year. 38.1 to be exact. A lot of that is a lot of good hang time with a lot of height. The rush is coming from the near side. It's off a boomer, way upfield. Oh, and down he goes. The ball is loose. Boy, Nell wasn't quite sure what he was going to do with it. He's 5'8", 148, but he managed to hang on to it near the 40.
Still great field position, though, for the Cowboys, starting at their own 40-yard line.
Right now, all the momentum is with Canyon.
Ball on their own 40-yard line.
And the Lopes need a good defensive series out here. They need to shut them down and get the ball back in their offense.
Balto didn't put the ball up in the first series that resulted in a touchdown. Let's see if he does it right here early. Now he's going to go up. Here he stumbled in the backfield, and he might have stumbled over Balto's foot. Possibility.
Looked like they had a little mix-up there with the footwork. We'll take a look at it on the replay. Nevertheless, it was a loss on the play.
As I said earlier, Canyon's approach seems to be run right at AB. They seem to be trying to overpower him tonight. Whereas last time they played, they tried to finesse him a little bit more.
Lane Brown and Wayne Walters at the corners. Tommy Smith, the lone safety. Ball's at the 40. Here's Balto going to throw the first pass. Throws a screen out there, and boy, they saw it coming, and down he goes. It was Robert Leary, the fullback, but they caught him out in the flat and nailed him for a big loss.
Yeah, they smelled that.
Blankenship.
Loss of 6, I believe, on the play.
They're trying to set up a screen to the fullback, but there's so much penetration that they really never got formed on that left side.
David Willis, credit him with the heads-up defensive play.
Willis is a straight 4-point student on his way to a major university.
Give him an A for the way he read that play.
Witter, also from Canyon, is a 4-point student. Balto going to throw. He's going to be sacked. Willis. David Willis sacked him for a big loss.
Excellent play by Willis.
Now we're going to see the momentum change a little bit. Now that the Lopes have had a good defensive series. We'll see what they can do when they get the ball back into their offensive hands. We look at the replay, Joe.
Exactly. You really create momentum with your defense, not offense, and that was a very good series for Antelope Valley.
Brian Mackay back to punt. Mullane Brown, the lone return man. Two-man rush. Almost got her blocked. Mullane's going to let it bounce. What he did against Palmdale all night long, and they look at that roll.
Should have fielded it.
Way back to the 30-yard line. And we'll see if that official's going to down it right there. He bumped it at the 30.
You know, Tommy Smith almost got to that
football.
He
was very
just
close.
A fraction of a second away. And this kid Mackay can punt. Last time AB and Canyon played, 47.7 yards.
There's an interesting thing to see. Yeah, they are going to spot the ball on the 30.
Anytime you let the ball bounce, you're going to lose yardage 90% of the time.
AV's been doing that most of the year, Joe. They lose it by not. Here's Smith again over the right side. Boy, they're going to have to mix that thing up. He did pick up about close to 5 yards.
I'll tell you what, they know that Smith's coming at him, but he is taking some guys with him.
And what's interesting out there is the two new acquisitions at linebacker are not big men for Canyon. Vince Naveau, 5'10", 160, and Scott Blade, 5'10", 155, and they've replaced big men that have both had surgery this past week following accidents on the field. Second down and 6, a 4-yard gain. Here comes Brett Pape in motion to the near side. Tommy Smith up the middle. He's in the clear. Look out! He might go all the way.
They won't catch him.
They won't catch him. No flags down. Touchdown. Holy mackerel. 60. About 66 yards, right, Bill? Woo.
I told you the momentum changed when the defensive team had a great series.
He ran right out of a tackle.
Give a lot of credit
right
to
up
the
the middle,
defense.
Bob, and I think Antelope Valley has just made up their mind that they're going to go with their best player, and Canyon's got to stop him.
His 27th touchdown of the season, and already he's close to the 100-yard rushing mark in the first quarter. Flag is down, and they didn't get it off.
Guys, let's give some credit to David Willis, who had a great defensive series that time that keyed up the Lopes.
Great job. Now that punt return, that punt return didn't matter now, did it, Joe?
Didn't do enough
They better try.
They might make a decision to go for 2 here.
They're going to go for 2. That's a confidence builder by Brent Newcomb.
Well, it was an offense.
Move the ball to the 1.5-yard line. That's not a bad. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, offsides call against the Cowboys moves the ball. The way Tommy Smith's running, give it to him. Let
I
him
think
run
he
over
might
a
be able
couple
to get
of
a yard and a half this time.
Looks like Kareem Hilton may have a little limp as he jogs back onto the field.
Hey!
I didn't see anything ordinary happen.
John Ford is in at center now. They pitch to Tommy Smith going right. He's going in for the 2-pointer.
Got it easily. Great blocking on the
wide open.
Great blocking on the perimeter.
Guys, we got a great football game tonight. Sit back and enjoy it at home. This is going to be a great one.
3:54 till the end of the first quarter, and it's AV 8, Canyon 7. Boy, that made it look easy.
Good blocking. Very good blocking.
We'll see how Canyon Country responds now.
Now, Chris Jurgensen will kick it into the end zone. You can count on that. His average is 59.1 yards every time he kicks off. And Joe, you could use a guy like Jurgensen out there.
We would love to have Jurgensen. We're trying very hard to get him.
This crowd is really animated here tonight, to say the least.
They just gave Tommy Smith 5 carries, 76 yards. He's going for the 200 tonight. Not bad, not a bad start.
Well, Harry Welch has said that Tommy Smith is the best all-around high school football he's ever seen, and that's really saying something.
You take a look at the Canyon side now with the fans they brought here and the football team. They are shocked now.
Momentum swing.
Sure
Big
enough.
momentum swing.
And give the credit to the defense.
Exactly.
Jurgensen's kick is going to go way deep into the end zone. And Chad Nell can't run it out. It'll be a touchback on the 20-yard line.
That's a secret weapon for the Lopes.
I think
Special teams kicking game are very important.
I think we're going to have our audio man, Alan Williamson, take the field mic and get it away from this noisy crowd. It's driving us right out of our doors.
The enthusiasm is sky high here tonight. Standing room only. Packed house. Now, this is the way football should be every week.
Yeah, you got that right. It's on the 20-yard line. First down. Jones Intercable bringing you the action tonight, directed by Russ Williams. Rich Piper on the graphics. Alan Williamson on the audio. Tim Ellersich in the top camera. Todd Post on the field camera. And Heidi Gazarek, the production assistant.
Worst field position for the Cowboys as they start tonight. First possession they had inside the 20-yard line of the Lopes, and the last time they started at their own 40-yard line, so this will be their worst start of the evening. They start at the 20-yard line.
Lenny Grimaldo was the center. Abe Jimenez at one guard. John Aratinovich at the other guard. Rick McKeon and Gordon Witter at the tackles. They hand off to the fullback. It's Robert Leary, and he's stacked up for a short gain, maybe 1 yard.
It's like AV's keeping that defensive momentum going.
Let everybody go. Leading the charge in there, James Blankenship, the inside linebacker, a senior at 6 foot 175.
A very active linebacker, Blankenship. He's always around the ball.
And he's not a big kid either.
Second down and 10. They say no gain at the 20. Balto has him in the pro set. Here he goes off to Peary. He's stacked up and thrown for a loss at the 19-yard line.
I think the Cowboys are going to have to start throwing the football now because nothing there is there on the ground as we take a look at the
Look at Blankenship shooting the gap on the blitz and nailed him.
That's exactly right, Bob. AV's getting penetration. Even if Canyon was trying to throw the ball, they'd have trouble.
You know, it shows,
Joe,
it shows the quickness of Blankenship. Peary had about a step on him. Blankenship came in from behind and caught him.
He's got to be quick to be around the ball as much as he is.
Balto will throw here. He's back to throw. He looks, fires a slant. It's caught there by the wide receiver, and it's Joe Wade.
And the receiver made a big mistake. It didn't look like he got far enough.
I think he was short of the first down.
It's going to be close.
No, it's fourth down.
Tommy Smith nailed Joe Wade on a good curl pattern coming back into the middle. Tommy Smith will punish you when he comes over the middle.
Harry's been known to go for it in these situations.
Number 13 is coming onto the field now for the Cowboys.
He's been known to go for it on fourth down, even in his own end of the field.
That's what they're going to do, Bob.
Fourth down and 2. They might try to draw the Lopes offside with that cadence count. Let's see. No, they go outside. They got him and thrown him for a loss. What a gamble, and it failed.
Boy, Harry will be questioned on that one. I can tell you that right now after this football game.
Steve Ford and James Blankenship on the hit.
Penetration is still there, Bob.
Incredible gamble by Harry Welch, and
that's the kind of football they play. That's what he's done all through his coaching career. I don't think he's going to change even for this kind of game.
After this one, it's all on the line tonight at the 29-yard line. Kareem Hilton comes in.
We've seen the momentum change now. Now we've seen the field position change as the Lopes get the ball in the Cowboy territory.
John Ford at center, Justin James and Ed McClaskey at the guards, Jade Freeman and John Richards at the tackles. And Kareem Hilton doesn't like what he sees defensively, and he calls timeout. That's the second one, I believe, Bill, in his first quarter.
It is. They had to use a timeout at the very first play of the game. The defense had to call one. They were confused out there, so now they've used 2 of their timeouts with 1:36 left to go here in the first quarter.
It looked like they were trying a new formation. Brent Newcomb's known for innovations in the playoffs. He always comes up with something new.
One thing we know, guys, Smith's going to get the football.
I can probably bet on that.
Steve Ford goes in as a tight end replacing Scott Dunn. Steve's much bigger and heavier, so they're going to put him in as a blocker for Tommy Smith. The last time they met for the CIF championship down at Canyon Country, the Cowboys took it 9-7. That's the year that they had the sophomore connection. Ron Whipple and Sean Grimes. Sean's here tonight. I imagine Ron is here too. They go out of a wing, double set. Tommy Smith coming left. Looks for a block, doesn't get one. Breaks out of a tackle and stumbles ahead for about a 3-yard gain.
You know, there's a lot of scouts here tonight watching this football game, and they've got to like what they see so far in Tommy Smith.
Well, I think they've been watching Tommy Smith for a while. I don't think anybody's seeing him for the first time.
What does he fight for the yardage? The second down and 8, they call it a 2-yard gain. Officials say we'll take the timeout.
Looks like Tommy Smith may have an equipment problem right now that they're making an adjustment to.
Come on, move your feet!
1:12 to go on the opening quarter here at Mays Field in the Division number 2 CIF championship here tonight. To the near side, Corey Rivera. They're in the eye. Tommy Smith up the middle. He's blasted, but he gets about a 3-yard gain.
Smith up the middle.
Over the 25 down to about the 24-yard line.
They're trying to run at those new linebackers in there, the young linebackers. They kind of isolate them and trying to make them make the plays.
One thing right now is the Lopes are in field goal position. Chris Jurgensen has kicked them over 50 yards today, so they're definitely in field goal position.
They're in Chris Jurgensen's range near the midfield stripe. So it's 3rd down and 5. Tommy Smith alone. Here's Hilton going to throw. He's out of the pocket. Fires downfield. It is caught by Minzy. First down at the 10-yard line. No, it's Newcomb. Newcomb made the catch on a curl pattern over the middle on his first down.
Very good pass from Hilton. He's mainly a sprint-out passer, and he likes to throw the ball on the move. That was an excellent throw.
Brandon Newcomb curled over the middle, and it was wide open.
Hilton thread the needle, didn't he? Right through two defenders.
He throws well while he's on the move.
That's his 11th catch of the season, 84 yards, 8.84 average, 1 touchdown. And speaking of that, Newcomb got the only touchdown in the Canyon game. There's the quarter. 8-7, AV High. Well, to nobody's surprise now, the Antelopes are right down at the 10-yard line. It would be a chip shot for Chris Jurgensen. They'll definitely go to try to drive it in now. They got that first down. Brandon Newcomb really took a hit after he made that reception.
Yeah, you know they're not thinking field goal right
No,
here. They're
not at all.
6 points.
They're thinking
Especially not for these first 3 tries.
More points.
Charles Hood to the near side, Corey Rivera to the far side. Hilton doesn't throw often, but when he does, he's right on target. He goes down, and there it goes, the misdirection. Tommy Smith for the end zone. He stopped on about the 2-yard line.
Great blocking by the offensive line.
They faked to Minzy, and then they shot it over the left guard to Tommy Smith.
A scissors trap. The fullback goes one way, and Tommy's the tailback going the other way. Again, they're trying to put pressure on the linebackers.
And these linebackers are not big. None of them are big. So they're going to be taking that load on all night long, and it's going to pay off toward the end. Goal to goal, here are the 2. There's a mix-up on the play, and the ball goes down on the ground. Let's see. They must have hung on to it. Tommy gets out from under there, and they just totally blew that play.
Yeah, Hilton turned, and he turned right into Tommy Smith as we take a look at the replay there.
I'm not sure that was Hilton's fault. I think Tommy tried to cut it back before he got the ball. It looked like he ran into Hilton.
Well, I'll tell you what worked for him on the two-pointer was, the sweep. Tommy Smith went in untouched. Maybe they'll try it this time.
I don't know. It looks like Canyon's more conscious of the perimeter.
3rd down and 3. Tommy Smith coming right. Goes toward the end zone. No, he's going to be hit down at about the 1.
That was the play they ran on the goal line. This time Canyon was a little bit better prepared for it.
Looks like they're going to go for it. They're sending Newcomb in as we take a look at the replay. Just stopped him short of the goal line. Officials are going to take a timeout right here. So now, do you give the ball to Tommy Smith or do you fake and give the ball to Minzy up the middle? You know they're keying on Tommy Smith.
What do you do, Coach?
I think Newcomb's going to give the ball to Tommy Smith.
I think so, too.
Let him run wide or right up the middle?
Well, they're a yard. How far are they? A yard out?
Yeah, they're less than a yard, I would say.
Well, you know, again, if they go back to that last game they played out here, they'll be expecting Tommy Smith to go up over the top.
It wouldn't be a bad idea to fake it to Tommy Smith.
And that's where he fumbled the football.
I think Brent Field's
Going
very
with the
comfortable
power eye to the
when
right.
Tommy's got the ball.
Tommy Smith right, runs for the end zone, touchdown! Holy mackerel! Smith with 2 touchdowns here in the first half.
And the Canyon fans are sitting on their hands over there.
You don't fool around with success. It's worked all year. Don't change now. Tommy Smith has delivered all year for us.
He's got 14 points tonight. He had 156 points coming into the game.
And they're going to go for the single point. Would give him an 8-point lead if Mr. Automatic connects here. Chris Jurgensen.
It's a bobble snap. The kick is up. And it's good. So 10-13 to go till halftime. It's the Antelopes 15, Canyon 7. Chris Jurgensen, 27 out of 29 points after the season. He had 55 points coming into the game.
We'll see what type of adjustments Canyon makes now, because their running game has just been totally shut down by the Lopes defense and the penetration, and they're going to have to make some adjustments.
The key has been AV's ability to penetrate their offensive front. After that first drive, that scoring drive by Canyon, AV seems to have solved the problem.
Well, they've got the fans involved in this one. They're whooping it up here tonight, enjoying the 8-point lead. Good crowd, Bob.
Great crowd. Stanley, Wade, and Nell are the deep men, along with Leary. It's going to be short.
This time.
Leary's going to feel it near the 3. It's behind the wedge. Comes right. Going to be hit. He's still on his feet. Going to be hit down way out there at the 33-yard line, and Walters might have saved a touchdown.
Well, you know what? The Lopes aren't used to covering on the kickoff.
I think that's something they're not used to. You're right, Bill. I think they're surprised when the ball starts coming back the other way.
I mean, mentally, Joe, when you play a football game and 27 out of 29 times they don't return the football, and you're running down the field for what, you know?
You certainly don't expect to see it coming back.
33-yard line. Cowboys first down. Sean Gordon wide to the right side. They give it off. They pull back. It's Leary. He crashes out over the 35-yard line for short yardage. Robert Leary's 5'11", 180, a senior.
Steve Ford on the tackle, the 6'3", 225-pound senior.
Clint Bauer checks in now. Slightly sprained ankle that's been bothering him most of the season.
You notice him run onto the field with a limp, too. That's his favorite target. He had 6 catches the last time these two teams played.
I think they're going to throw the ball.
Second down and 8. They fake a draw. Balto's going to throw a rifle shot. Is caught by Tommy Smith. He's over the 40, the 30, 20, 15. Holy mackerel!
This guy is an athlete.
Who else?
It's the Tommy Smith show right now.
Man, oh man, 55 yards unofficially.
He comes from nowhere.
Yeah, Balto was looking at his receiver a little bit early, and I think everybody knew he was going to go to Bauer.
Ah, he's smooth, isn't he?
And just like a good free safety, he just waited. Right before the ball size.
Out of the tee, kick is up, and it's good.
Wild crowd out there, isn't it, Bob?
This crowd is going absolutely berserk. Tommy Smith has 3 touchdowns. That was unofficially about 55 yards.
We must say Tommy Smith is a man of his word. He said he was gonna get him tonight. He has not been shut down. 55-yard reception, touchdown.
And keep in mind, we'll have an A1 trophy pick on the post-game show for the final one tonight. So we'll get our ballots in right away. The only one Tommy Smith didn't win was the last Canyon game. It went to Brandon Newcomb that got the only touchdown.
Well, Tommy has 22 points tonight.
To go with his 156 coming into the game.
Let's see if this pumps up Mr. Jurgensen to put the football into the end zone.
Tommy Smith made up for that opening fumble, and then some. That's going way out of here.
Way out.
I really doubt if the Cowboys will have a chance to run the football back on a kickoff anymore tonight.
You know what somebody could do to maybe save our hearing for the rest of our life, Bill, was to remove that field microphone that's in front of this enthusiastic Antelope crowd.
You know, it's hard enough to compete against you, Bob. We got to go against all these fans here tonight.
It's at the 20-yard line.
Canyon's got to make something happen right now.
Sean Gordon wide to the near side.
Out of the game right now.
They go up to Peary. He crashes over the right side for about a 9-yard gain. Five yard, they say. No. But a 5-yard gain. It looked like he was going much further there for a while. But boy, you know who was over there? Tommy Smith, to make sure he didn't get past 5 yards. You know, James Blankenship has been the leading tackler most of the year, but they say the last game, Tommy Smith has finally overtaken him, not only his offense, but he's now the leading tackler.
He does everything well, Bob. I've never seen a player like him.
2nd down and 5. Balto rifles a shot out to Bauer. Bauer's going to be hit down for a first down near the 36-yard line.
You notice they're going to try to throw the football away from Tommy Smith.
They're not going to throw it over the middle anymore. These are two good plays, though. Kenyon's trying to work their way back into the game.
Wayne Walters did a good tackle right at the knees, which he has to do from his cornerback position. 9:20 till correction on the clock. 8:20. They need one more bulb on that extra light. It made it look like a 9. Bauer will have to be throwing here. Looks left, fires out, and it's caught by Wade. Wade's loose over the 43-yard line, close to another first down.
One thing the Lopes cannot do, and that's get complacent right now, because this is a football team that executes very well, and they can come back.
But one thing Canyon understands is that they can throw the quick passes, but they've got to stay away from those passes over the middle. And Harry Welch has been here before. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, you can never count Harry Welch and these Cowboys out, no matter what the score is.
Well, Wade was close enough to measure it as they bring the chains onto the field. I've seen too many good comebacks this year, especially from Palmdale. They call one over early this quick.
First down, Cowboys.
First down for the Cowboys. They have some great receivers at Canyon. Joe Wade, Clint Bauer, Ryan Schroeder, Jason Stanley. These guys can really catch the ball and go with it.
And one thing about the receivers, they're tall. You know, they got Bauer's 6'3". Good target to throw to.
At the 43, Canyon's back in the pro set behind Balto. They'll hand it off to Leary. Leary has a big wall of blockers, and he just churns his way out near midfield.
They've got AV off balance now. They have a little bit more. There's a little bit more thought behind their attack now.
Leary's a hard runner. He scored against AV High to beat them the last time out here. On a 2-yard run. Near the 47-yard line. 2nd down and 6. Perry over the left side has a big hole and another first down. Runs it all the way down near the 45-yard line, about the 46.
Boy, he hit Mullane Brown hard. Give Brown the tackle, but he was
hammered. He's a lot bigger than Mullane Brown.
Watch Brown get hammered here.
Yeah, he did. He ran right over it.
Then Tommy Smith came up over the top and polished him off.
Talking about Leary, Leary had 6 carries for 21 yards in their last meeting.
But one of those got 6 points. So it's first down again for the Cowboys. They came riding in here on an 11-game winning streak. He pump fakes, he goes to Bauer. He's open. It goes in. No, it's Wade, the intended receiver. Wade was one-on-one out there with Wayne Walters.
Walters did a good job of staying at home. He didn't bite on the pump fake.
Bauer was open out here on the left side.
Yeah, the backs are very good for the Lopes. Tommy Smith and Walters and Mullane Brown. You're not going to get deep on them too often.
Joe, one thing that I think they're going to notice here is Leary was wide open over the middle. The fullback, he delayed coming out of the backfield, was wide open.
They might pick that up.
6:30 till halftime, 22-7, AV High leading Canyon, and now Balto calls timeout. Okay, with 6:30 to go till halftime, the score 22-7. Canyon trails the AV High Antelopes, and we'll be coming right back after these messages.
be curious to know how many offensive plays that they've ran and how many times Tommy Smith has had the football, you know.
Boy, he is a horse here tonight. Harry Welch came out there in the middle of the field, but the surprising thing, George Fetters, the defensive coordinator for AV High, came out. So here we go, 2nd down and 10. At the 46-yard line of AV High, good field position for Baldo to work. He goes to Perry. He crashes over the middle, has a good hole. He runs it inside the 35-yard line.
Canyon's putting together a very good drive right here.
Inside the 40, yeah.
Still going to be short of the first down, a couple of yards.
Oh, about the 38-yard line.
They're definitely 4-down territory now.
Oh, yeah,
They're
this
get
is
something
definitely,
going.
for Harry, this is definitely 4-down territory.
That may have been a mistake early, though, when they went for the 4th down, and defense shut them down for the Lopes.
Ryan Schroeder comes back in as a wide receiver. They go to Leary over the right side. He's very close to the first down. Very close.
Depends on the mark. Not going to have to measure it, I believe. The old naked eye, it looks like he's got it.
David Willis made the hit, it looked like.
We'll wait for
It
the
looks like he
official
may
call.
be.
It's kind of interesting that both schools have tackles, both about the same size, and both 4-point students. It's Gordon Witter.
A little short, yeah. He's a
Canyon,
little short.
David Willis of AV High.
So 4th and inches, and I think that Harry will probably go for it.
You can bet the farm on it.
I don't doubt it.
They don't want to have to use a timeout here, though. As the clock starts now. Number 93 brings into play.
If they line up in the eye, they'll probably give it to Peary.
Or they might go with Balto on the quarterback keeper.
It looks like AV's trying to take that away from him. They got bunched over the center.
Oh, he does go to, he's hit the backfield.
He got the
He
first
might have
down.
the first down. Scott Dunn shot the gap from the outside linebacking position and nailed him, but he had his forward progress for the first down.
Peary's so big and strong, it's tough to keep
stop
him
him
from
for
getting
2
the
inches.
yard.
It's very tough.
And they brought in that big number 93, 6'3", 235-pound senior Justin Fix in there to left tackle.
He's one of the best nose guards they have in all of Southern California. Justin Fix.
He's got the size.
What a name, Fix. All right, it's first down. Stops at the 35. Balto on the quarterback keeper, slants it over the left side, and he's going to have himself a good gainer, close to 6
That's the second
yards.
time we've seen them do that. I think there's something they see in AV's defensive front. I don't know if that's called or if he's checking off to that.
Hey, you wonder if that's an audible or if they come in there with that design play, or if he just sees it and audibles it and goes.
I think he might see it and check off to it.
It's near the 28-yard line. Throws it incomplete to the ball low and behind him.
And he may have hurt his ankle, Bob. May
Looks like he
re-injure
did.
that ankle.
Mullane Brown helps him up, and boy, he does go back hobbling. No, correction. That was Jason Stanley. Stanley was the intended
Twisted back
receiver.
behind him. Yeah, he might have twisted the knee a little bit.
Stanley's 5'11", 172, and he looks a lot bigger than 172.
He could be wearing those pads like Bobby Hebert, the New Orleans Saints likes to wear, the big flak jacket.
Third down and 3. Near the 28. Balto gives it a Peary. Big hole over the right side. Steve Ford, I think, lost him momentarily, but he runs it for a first down.
He got the first down.
Steve Ford, the defensive end, tried to arm tackle him, and you can't do that out there. You watch it again on the replay.
Not on Peary. He was there in position, but he didn't give anything but an arm on him. You're not going to stop him with that.
Both teams like to keep the football on the ground and work the clock, and it's been a quick first half here tonight.
David Whitson comes out as a defensive linebacker, putting Minzy back in there. 4 minutes and 7 seconds till halftime. It's 22 for AV High. Canyon has 7, but the Cowboys are attacking. Balto, the Peary. Oh, he's hit a great submarine job in there. Looks like it might have been Minzy. We'll wait and see. Yes, it was Minzy that submarined
yes.
him, got him right by the ankles.
He also got some help from Jade Freeman, number 72, the 6'1", 245-pound junior. Great penetration by Friedman.
Call it the 24-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. They have Bauer to the near side. Mullane's going to pick him up in single coverage. They might be throwing to him. He looks right. Now he's looking for Bauer. Throws over and it's caught by Bauer. Mullane's hanging on to him, but he runs it all the way down for another first down.
That was an excellent run after he caught the ball.
He got close to the 5-yard line, too.
He carried a few of the defenders with him. It's a good determined run after catching the ball.
Yeah, he went another 5 yards. He had caught the ball at the 10 and carried it to about the 5. For the 6.
It's an important drive for Canyon. They're putting together a good drive. They can come back with a touchdown here. They're still within reach.
Here we go. He looks left. He throws for the corner. He's open. Bauer's got it. Drops the ball.
Oh, he
you
put
won't
a
see
great.
that happen too often.
No, he put a great move on Mullane Brown. He gave him the inside move and swing it out and just dropped the football. Beautiful pass.
That was a very good pass by Baltar. It had right where it had to be.
He laid it right in there. Mullane got burned on that pass.
Yeah, I think Bauer didn't know exactly where the sideline was. It looked like he was shortening up the steps a little too soon.
You know, Bauer looks a little tentative. He comes in tonight with a sprained ankle, and he looks like he's a little tentative out there.
Bauer goes to the right side, Wade to the left side now. Baxter split 2nd and 5. They go to Peary. Crashes right up over the middle. He won't get it. He might have about a yard.
Go back to the play that they scored on.
Blankenship, along with Willis and Friedman in there.
So, Joe, what do you do here? Say they don't get the touchdown on this one. Do they go for the 3 points and put some points on the scoreboard, or do they go for the touchdown?
I think it's important that they come away with some points. If they allow AV to stop them here with no points, then they don't get much out of this drive as far as momentum goes.
So 4th and 2, they'll go for the field goal instead of the touchdown.
I'm not saying that Harry will do that.
Well, key play right here.
3rd down and 4. It's definitely not here. Balto has time. Goes for the corner. Goes incomplete. Threw it way back. Schroeder was wide open, but he missed him a mile.
So it looks like he might be kicking it.
Here comes the kicking team on.
There's a look at the replay. He rolled left.
He was open. He got open into that corner, but he threw the ball over his
Joe,
head.
I don't think Balto ever got his feet set up there. He kind of got him twisted there. And Ed McClaskey did a great job defensively on that series. He comes out. And Brian Mackay.
Looks like a 23-yarder, Bob.
Steve Mann will try it. Down on the tee. The kick is up. And it is good. 33 yards out.
33 or 23? Looks like a 23-yarder.
About 23.
23 yards out makes it 22
to 10.
It was very important that they come away with some points from that drive. It was a very good drive for Canyon. I think Welch made a good choice there, good decision.
Lots of 2s and 10s up on the board.
We're back ready to go. Brian Mackay will kick it off. The score is 22-10 with 2:10 to go. Don't be a bit surprised to see Harry come up with an onside kick about now.
I say, hey,
that would be very much in character with the way Harry does things.
If Wayne Walters gets the football this time, let him run. Use Tommy Smith as a blocker. I mean, when they fake it to him, he's out. He doesn't block. He doesn't do anything.
He's going to go to Tommy Smith. Tommy's near the 5. He runs it himself. He's got a convoy and runs it all the way out near the 29-yard line. He faked the reverse and ran it himself.
Boy, that's a slow developing play.
They're really standing there quite a while.
I don't understand that. Trying to hide it.
Hey, coming into this ball game, Tommy Smith has run 12 kickoffs back for 3 touchdowns. So that's why he
don't have much momentum.
So it's at the 28. First down for the Antelopes. They pitch to Tommy Smith. Tries the right side. He runs right over him up near the 30, about the 34-yard line. And boy, he just punished some of those linebackers out there, Bill.
He's running over guys tonight.
He is
He's
running
inspired.
like he wants 200 yards.
He's playing inspired football.
He is.
And you know who's playing one of those linebackers? Mark Santos at 5'6", 149-pound sophomore, and he is really going to be bruised up come tomorrow. Second down and 5. 1:20 to go. Tommy Smith over the left side, but boy, they see him coming, and down he goes.
Keep in mind the Lopes have already used 2 of their timeouts, so they'll probably just want to run the clock out and go in at halftime with a 12-point advantage.
I wouldn't be surprised if they keep it on the ground.
Although they're bringing in 2 receivers now.
Yeah, I think they might want to get at least a first down in this drive so they can run the clock out.
Mike Johnson comes out of the lineup. Corey Rivera comes back in. And also Charles Hood. They both go wide left. 45 seconds to go till halftime. Hilton to Tommy Smith, going to throw it. The man is open, and he underthrows Charles Hood. Uh-oh. Oh, a flag.
Late hit.
Brian Schroeder knocked Charles Hood flat. Away from the
Big
ball.
mistake by the Canyon defender.
And the field judge was right on top of it and saw Schroeder
Dead ball.
kneeling.
Personal foul. Defense, and it's going to be a first down.
I will give them the first down that they needed.
15-yard penalty from the previous point.
Well-designed play. The receiver was there. The ball was just short. You know, keep in mind now, they're getting into field goal position now for Chris Jurgensen.
They're getting close.
Get him about 15 more yards, 15, 20 more yards, and he can boot it from 50.
I think within 15, I think he can, Bill. Tommy Smith up the middle. He runs loose. He fumbled the ball, and Canyon has it.
Fumbled it at the 40.
Well, that's his second fumble tonight.
Yeah, look what he does.
3 touchdowns.
Look what happens after he fumbles a football, too. I'm not so sure. If I was the Cowboys, I'd want him losing the football.
Brian Schroeder recovered that ball for the Cowboys.
Not with 32 seconds to go in the first half.
I would expect Balto to air it out on 4 straight passes to get
He
in.
must be very careful, though. He's got Tommy back there ranging around.
There was a shot caught by Bauer for a first down. They call timeout right away. He's inside the Lope territory at the 47.
I don't know if they are
don't
calling
need timeout while they're moving the chain.
Yeah, they're going to move the chains for the first down. I'm not sure if they got any timeouts left.
Goes back to throw again. Throws it over the middle. He's caught, runs it upfield, going to be hit down. He can't get out of bounds. He didn't get out of bounds, and the clock keeps going.
They're going to use their last timeout.
11 seconds to go.
If we could isolate on the big receiver, Bauer, just watch him out there tonight. He is hobbling. I watched him on that play, and if you just take a look at him, he's hobbling out there. He's not hitting anybody, and he's hurting.
That was Leary, the fullback, that lined up out of the right side. 11 seconds to go. Hey, and coming hobbling to the sideline is big Steve Ford. His brother, John Ford, goes in to replace him.
He's been playing a very good game. I hope he's okay. He looks like he might have hurt his ankle, something to do with his leg.
They're both 6'3", but Steve outweighs him by 5 pounds at 225.
You know, we'll have to check and get some statistics here at halftime, but I bet Tommy Smith's over 100 yards.
I would guess easily. All-purpose yards way over that.
Well, he had that on 1 touchdown reception on the interception and 1 touchdown run. 11 seconds left to go.
Art Silver came out of the lineup on that last play. He's been in there, big number 73.
The ball's on the 42-yard line, the Antelope.
Here we go, second down and 5. Could be the last play up ahead. Balto looks for the tripped offense. Left, steps up, throws. The man is open. Wade makes the catch at the 10-yard line with 4 seconds to go.
That was an excellent catch. A very good catch.
Oh, man. Boy, they do have a timeout left.
They do.
We lost track of the timeouts here. This is...
Mullane Brown got burned again. Let his man slant to the sidelines. Wide open.
He got turned around and lost track of him.
Wade made a great catch. That ball was just right off of the top of the grass.
Well, this team executes so well. They run great patterns. and they get the football where it has to be as we take a look at the replay.
Balto does a good job here, stepping up away from the pressure and putting the ball out there where it can be caught.
Now with 4 seconds, you believe that they only have one play left. Do they go for the 3
Go
points?
into the end zone.
The ball's at the 15-yard line. Make that the 10.
He's lining up the field goal kicker, so I think they might be going for the 3
That's Steve Mann out there, the field goal kicker.
Well, if they do connect on the field goal, they'll still be more than a touchdown behind. They still need 2 more scores.
Chad Nell is the holder, and now it looks like A.V. High is going to call a timeout.
And make them think about this one a little bit.
Boy, great first half.
Tremendous action, huh?
The way it started tonight, it looked like the Lopes were going to be in trouble with Tommy Smith losing the football. The Canyon with the momentum took it right in and scored. But it was that big defensive possession, that big defensive series by the Lopes. David Willis with the penetration. It turned things around and inspired the Lopes football team. So what do you tell your kids at halftime, Joe? You're leading by 12 points.
12 points is not enough, is what you tell your kids. And especially not enough against a team like Canyon. And Brent Newcomb's going to say exactly that, and I think his kids are already aware of that fact.
Well, Brian Mackay, 29-yard field goal, and he shanked it out to the right. No good. So there's the end of the first half with A.V. High leading 22-10. We'll be back with our halftime show. (22-10) at halftime. Our special guests, on my right, Byron Russell, and on my left, Sean Grimes, guys that played out here many years at A.V. High School and really made it into a powerhouse. First, Byron, let's go to you. You played your first year as a freshman for A.V. College this year and went all the way to a bowl game. Not too bad.
Yes, so we had a really good season this year. I came out and learned about the program and doing real fine over there.
Back as a sophomore, Sean Grimes and Ron Whipple connected with what they call the sophomore connection. You played against the same Canyon bunch in the CIF championship down there, of which they won 9-7. A lot of things have changed tonight, huh, Sean?
Yeah, very much. Tonight I've seen what I wanted to see for the last 2 years. I wanted to see AV on top, and tonight I'm seeing it on top, and I'm very happy.
But this passing attack that Balto puts up there is dangerous.
They got Tommy Smith.
They got Tommy Smith.
They got Tommy Smith.
Let's ask Byron something. As a fullback, that trap play, the fullback coming up the middle, worked wonders when you ran it. Now, tonight so far they haven't gone to Minzy. Do you know why not, or are they just holding that back?
Well, tonight they feel that, you know, Tommy is the person to do the job. He's been doing the job. Right now he has 3 touchdowns, and they're just going to keep on going to Tommy until, you know, that doesn't work anymore. And then they'll, you know, go to Derek Minzy. But for now, Tommy is doing the job that they need to have done. So they'll keep with him.
Sean, what is Brent saying to the guys in the locker room about now? You've heard that talk many times.
don't let down. We got another half to go, and we've been waiting for this for a long time.
Sean, thanks for the visit.
You're welcome.
Byron, thanks. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, our guest at halftime has been Sean Grimes, Byron Russell, guys that have really played some great football out here at Mays Field in the past few years. We'll be right back with the second half kickoff.
I remember the 35 sweet goodbyes when you put me on the Wolverine up to Annandale. It was
And here we go with the second half of this exciting game for the CIF Championship. And here with the play-by-play for the second half is Bill Horn.
Thank you, Bob. 24 minutes of football left. It's for all the marbles. And Chris Jurgensen kicking the ball deep. It's going to be a little bit short at the 5-yard line. Canyon's got the football. That's number 32, Robert Leary, still on his feet. Up over the 25, close to the 30-yard line where he's knocked down. And so for the second time tonight, Jurgensen didn't kick the ball into the end zone, and they got the run back.
Joe, I think this Larry sometimes might be a more dangerous runner than that of Peary.
He might be a little bit quicker than Perry is, but Peary's a good runner.
He's definitely more dangerous in the open field than Chris Peary. And we'll set the backfield for you. Peary, the tailback. Leary, the fullback. Balto, the quarterback. First and 10, they give the ball to Peary, who's tumbled and knocked down at about the line of scrimmage. Looked like Alan Menzie from the linebacker position got in there.
It's a good hit. That's what you got to do to Peary. You can't take him on up high.
Well, he rolled for 2 yards. We'll give him 2. Call it 2nd and 8.
You know, Bill, we talked about the kickoff returns by Larry. He returned 10 so far this year, 18-yard average.
2nd and 8. The ball at the 32-yard line for the Cowboys. Trailing 22-10, just underway in the third quarter. Perry with the football. Dives for maybe a yard. Great defensive coverage.
Good play. The linebackers for AV are doing a very good job of penetrating.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and long. We'll call it 6. As the Lopes come out, getting a great start on the defense tonight.
We talked
in the
with
third quarter.
Bill, we talked with Ray Monty, and he says the attendance is approximately 6,000 for this game tonight.
It is a great crowd. The Lopes enjoying it right now. Balto gives the ball to Perry on the draw. He's got some room on the left side. Bangs it up. He's going to be short of the first down.
Got him short of the first down.
What a job Scott Dunn did from his outside linebacking position. He hit the bigger man right at the knees, and down he went.
So it looks like the Lopes will hold here on the first offensive possession for the Cowboys. Balto is staying on the field. It looks like they're going to go for it.
They are.
Well, number 13 now into the football game for the Cowboys. That's Brian Schroeder, 6-foot senior. He's a wide receiver. They're going to try to go for it on 4th and 3. Just under 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Give the ball to Perry. Looking right side. He's going to be shut down.
Blankenship.
So give the credit to James Blankenship. Shuts down Big Chris Perry.
Along with some help from John Ford.
Well, Coach Welch is not about to change his tactics no matter what happens, is he?
So the Lopes will have the ball in Cowboy territory at the 37-yard line. Great field position. They pitch it to Tommy Smith on the right side. He's got some room. He's knocked out of bounds, steps out of bounds inside the 35-yard line.
Jason Stanley nailed him out of bounds. He's 5'11", 172, and I'm sure these guys are getting a little bit apprehensive about taking on that big Colts 44.
Well, they've definitely seen him a lot tonight because he's had the football 90% of the time. It's been in his hands. Give him 4 on the carry. We'll call it 2nd and 6.
We should say that Todd Post, our field cameraman, did an excellent job getting out of the way from the horse.
He may have thrown him a block down there. Kareem Hilton, the quarterback.
For AV.
They give to Tommy Smith once again on the right side. He's stacked up. Gain of a couple on the play.
Unofficially, Tommy in the first half, Bill, had 107 yards rushing out of a total of 122 for the Antelopes.
Well, he said he wanted 200. He's well on his way to the 200 mark. 3rd and 3. The ball at the 30-yard line, just inside the 30 with 9 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. It's a 22-10 lead for the Lopes. Tommy Smith, right side. It looks like he's got the first down, still on his feet.
He is running like
he was finally knocked out of bounds.
We have a kind of a ruckus on the sideline with some of the Canyon players and also some of the former Antelope alumni. Didn't take that too kindly.
Well, I'm sure the Lopes, the former Lopes, had some words there to stir up the Cowboys. I know out of frustration they didn't really beat them over the years, have they? Cowboys have had their way, but they're losing tonight 22-10. It's been the Tommy Smith show. He's had a 66-yard touchdown run and a 55-yard interception run back for a touchdown. He also got the first down. 1st and 10 Lopes.
There's
they give to Minzy. Nothing there. Maybe a loss on the play.
Well, the Antelopes tried to change it up a little bit, give it to the fullback.
You know, we talked with Byron Russell at halftime, and he's the fullback that ran that trap play so well last year out here, Joe. And we asked him why he wasn't going to Minzy, the fullback in that trap, and he says, it's all Tommy Smith tonight. That's their game plan.
Well, obviously, they tried to change it up that time, and Canyon wasn't fooled at all.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Tommy Smith trying the left side now. He's got some room. Pick up a good block. Swings to the left side. He's got the first down. Tommy Smith, big run. Touchdown. 32-yard touchdown run for Tommy Smith to go along with his 66-yard. What's
Just
the
an outside speed. Actually, that play was meant to go inside. We got good blocking on the outside and using his speed.
And if you remember, Tommy Smith fumbled the football right before the end of the first half, and we say that when he fumbles it, he comes back more determined, and sure enough, that's what he did here to start the second half.
Penalty.
Tony Valencia was knocked off his pins. He's the center. Tommy Smith had 1,799 yards coming into this ball game and 156 points, and he scored 4 times tonight.
A dead ball encroachment. Defense.
There we got it right. Now we'll see if the Lopes will go for 2 points. 28-10 is the score right now.
And Tommy Smith has 26 of those.
And he got the 2 points the last time they went for it. He carried the ball untouched around the right side.
Joe, the great cutting ability of Tommy Smith as a big man. He deked inside and went outside and turned on the afterburners.
I just can't believe how quickly he makes cuts and how smoothly he runs, Bob.
There he goes again.
Outstanding high school football player. He didn't make it.
They stopped him just short of the goal line this time. They tried that same play, sweeping it around to the right on the pitch out, but Tommy Smith denied. One of the first times tonight that he has been denied. But the score with 9:13 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Lopes now lead it 28-10.
Joe Wade made the stop. The little cornerback, 5'11", 145 pounds, brought down the big horse. You know, going over those stats again in the first half in passing, Canyon, the Alto, passed 90 yards, rushing had 38. Now, AV High had 15 yards passing by Kareem Hilton. and rushing 107 by Tommy Smith.
So Chris Jurgensen, ready to tee it up, will try to kick the football into the end zone. 2 times tonight he's kicked the ball short. It's went inside the 10, and they've had 2 good run backs, one by Leary.
I think it came off his toe a little bit on those 2 occasions. The ball went over to the right.
You can just about bet that he's going to put this one into the end zone. Deep. He's averaging almost 60 yards on the year. It's up. It's deep.
Almost through the goalpost.
Forget it. Mr. Automatic kicks it into the end zone, and once again the Cowboys will start from their own 20-yard line.
Bill, right there with that kickoff, I would have bet that he could probably split the uprights at 55, maybe 56 yards out on a field goal attempt.
Of course, he wouldn't have had that running start, but nevertheless, we know he's got a strong leg because he's connected from 52 this year. As we take a look at Coach Newcomb on the sideline, got to enjoy what he's seeing right now, 28-10 here in the 3rd quarter.
He's not relaxing yet, but I'm sure he's feeling.
Quarterback draw for Balto, lots of room, up close to the first down. Looks like he may have crossed the 30, and if he did, it's a 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Sure enough, he did.
And that's the reason why he's not relaxing. Canyon can still score, and they can score quickly.
Silver comes out of the lineup, doing an excellent job as a spot defensive player on certain down conditions.
Balto has ran a quarterback sneak twice tonight for good yardage. There he went for the quarterback draw, picked up another 10 yards.
You notice Tommy Smith's playing a defensive end now.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Perry on the counter.
And that's right where Tommy Smith was, right at defensive end.
Not much there, maybe a yard.
Davey switched to a different defense. They've got 8-man front, which is more geared towards stopping the run.
David Willis got to him first, but Tommy Smith was right in on it.
And Derek Minzie was also there. 7:30 left to go into the 3rd quarter. 18-point lead for the Lopes. They fell behind early, 7-0, when Tommy Smith fumbled the ball, but since then it's been all Antelope Valley.
Now they're back to the regular defense.
Balto's going to throw. He's going to be hammered and knocked down for a loss.
Minzie. Derek Minzie.
Linebacker blitz. Minzie got there in a hurry as we take a look at the replay.
Just a blitz up the middle. He wasn't picked up.
And I'll tell you what, if Minzie didn't get there, Willis was going to get there. Great pursuit.
Jade Freeman comes out of the lineup for a rest. He and Silver have been alternating tonight. Big play right here on 3rd and 12.
Cowboys are going to have to throw the football. They got split backs in the backfield. Peary moves up to the slot. Balto back to throw. Oh, it's knocked down.
What a job by Ford.
The big end, number
Big Steve
88,
Ford.
Steve Ford. So once again, the defense holds.
No, it was Willis. Willis got the hand up.
Boy, he almost could have intercepted that ball. Came right at him. I guess the normal reaction is to knock it down, and that's exactly what he did, and it puts the Cowboys in a punting position as Mullane Browns drops back to about the 38-yard line. Very high punt, driven back inside the 30 to the 27. He beats one man. He's up to the 35, and he's knocked down at about the 39-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for the Lopes.
Now, Joe, that's what you were saying earlier. He has to catch that punt. You got to catch it.
Got to catch the ball. It bounces against you more times than not when it hits the ground. That time he did a good job.
There's a replay right there. Good punt.
It's a good job, and he got 15 more yards back on that return.
Mullane got that good running room by just a little bit of a deep to the left, and he shifted that up man just one step over, and he got open field.
Guys, one thing that the Lopes can do very well is run time off the clock with Tommy Smith. And they're going to throw. Nope, it's on the option. They pitch to Tommy Smith. He's got some room on the right side. Holds himself out of bounds into Cowboy territory.
Option is a good play to run.
That's the first time. That's the first time tonight, Joe.
With Tommy Smith as a pitch man, that's a good play to run.
Of course, those quick little feet by Kareem. Look at those dekes and jukes.
Very well executed.
Boy, he had number 56, Robert Lawrence, standing there, didn't know what to do. All right, 1st and 10. The ball in Cowboy territory at the 47-yard line. Tommy Smith on the left side this time. Big hole. There's a flag on the play. Probably will be a hold and will come back. We'll wait for the official call. Tommy got 6 on the carry.
Jade Freeman was the down lineman right in that area where the flag was thrown from the umpire.
And normally that's a holding call.
Yes, it is.
Offensive holding.
Very few penalties tonight,
55.
I haven't seen one.
So we'll take a few yards away from Tommy on that one that he will not get credit for.
Holding call against the Antelopes.
The cost of 10 will make it 2nd and 20. That's their first penalty tonight. A very well played football game. There's been a couple turnovers, but not many penalties to mention. 2nd and 20. Will they keep the football on the ground or will they air it out? Tommy Smith, left side, not much there. Maybe a couple on the carry. Looks like
They
trap.
lined up in what looked like a passing formation and then tried to run a trap.
What we should say is Abrams is in now at quarterback. Hilton has gone out of there. I don't know whether after that option play he might have gotten racked up or not.
We'll see if we can locate him down on the sidelines if he's getting some attention medically. Or Abrams is the new quarterback for the Lopes. Hasn't seen a lot of action this year.
No, and Hilton's back in now. It's just one play.
He fakes. He's going to roll out to the right, looking to throw. He's going to tuck the ball away and try to run it. He's upended. Maybe a gain of 1. Boy, that's a dangerous play right there. You don't want to lose your senior quarterback.
Robert Lawrence making that tackle.
It appears, though, that he did the right thing. If he didn't have any open receivers, and he did the right thing. He tucked the ball away. Keep the clock moving.
Hilton loves to run with that football. He's rushed for 85 total yards this year, 1.6 yard average.
3rd and 14 for the Lopes. They're in their own territory at the 48-yard line. 2 receivers wide left. They pitch it to Tommy Smith on the right side. Not much there at all as he gets into Cowboy territory. Back to the original line of scrimmage where it will be 4th and 10 and look for Tommy Smith to punt the football. The key here and the rest of this football game will be field position. I know the Lopes want to keep the Cowboys deep in their own possession to start.
Big John Richards, the big left tackle, comes to the sidelines limping, 6'4", 245.
Back to receive the punt for the Cowboys will be Chad Nell.
Chad Nell drops back for the Cowboys.
And of course, Tommy Smith will punt
For the Antelopes.
for the Lopes. Standing at his own 40-yard line. Very high spiral.
Good punt.
Inside the 10 at the 5-yard line. His knee was not down. He's still on his feet, but he's going to be dropped inside the 10, I believe. It's tough to spot from
It looked like his knee touched the ground, and it had to be very close.
Phillips zone
So you
making
can
the
pick
stop
it up on the
for the
replay.
Antelopes.
It's hard to see, but it looked like his knee touched the ground.
Did he knock the stuffings out of that punt or what?
Tommy's a good punter. Tommy's a good passer. Tommy's a good runner.
Looks like the ball's at the 10-yard line. It was a 37-yard punt.
Just a yard less than his average.
All right, Balto, the quarterback's going to give the ball to Perry. Perry straight up the middle for a few yards.
I think JV would be content to let Taylor try to run the ball down the field.
Yeah, I
Clock
can't.
is working for AV right
Exactly. I can't see the Cowboys keeping the ball on the ground much longer. Time is running out here in the 3rd quarter. Almost 3 minutes left to go. 18-point deficit right now for the Cowboys. And they're not used to being behind. They had a pretty easy road here in the CIF championship. Right now they find themselves trailing by 18 points with less than 3 minutes left to go. Balto, the quarterback straight up the middle for the 3rd time tonight. Runs a quarterback sneak, but it didn't work so well this time for him.
His forward progress might be very close to that if they have to measure.
Looks like they will.
Timeout officials for a measurement.
So they will take timeout to measure it. Looks very close.
Rod Balto has 188 total yards rushing this year and 70 carries, 9 touchdowns. He's not bad as a quarterback.
The Army National Guard and the Southern Section.
Looks like it's a little bit
partners
short.
in education.
By a gnat's eyelash.
I've never seen an ant's eyelash, but I bet it's
Under a
short.
microscope, huh?
2:44 left to go. Great crowd here tonight. 6,000, how about?
Unofficially, that's what Principal Ray Monty says.
Well, the Lopes are enjoying this football game. 2nd and inches. 2:35 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Balto steps up behind his center. Gives the football to Perry, who's got the first down. A big tailback rambles for about 4. They continue to keep the ball on the ground.
And they're still working, the clock is still working in Antelope Valley's favor.
You know, one of those things the chain gang doesn't realize over there, Joe, they're all from Navy High School with their letter jackets on. They need to run that chain ahead because they don't start the clock till it gets in place. And they're walking slowly.
Ball at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. They're going to throw the football. Pressure, he gets away. Balto. Around the right side with a lot of room. He's got up close to the first down as he runs himself out of bounds. Boy, he was almost tagged for a loss, and he got away.
Very heads-up play by Balto.
And I think that was Minzy on the blitz that missed him first.
Yeah, he saved a big loss and got a first down on it.
No, it's Aqua Hoskins. Hoskins missed him from the outside linebacking position.
He also got out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:58 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Smart heads-up play there by the senior quarterback, Balto.
Well, you said that Balto is very, very heady player. Keeps his head.
He brings Bauer to the near side, gives the ball to Peary up the middle for more yardage as he rambles for about 9. The ball is loose. The Lopes jumped on it, but we'll see if they called Peary down.
No one's marking the ball where Peary went down.
Now the Lopes have the
They
football.
say they got it.
Another key turnover.
It's very close play.
Very close because that ball could not be fumbled if the ground causes it.
It's tough to tell from our angle because his back's to us when the ball comes out. It was very close.
So another turnover for the Cowboys. Gives the football back to the Lopes in Canyon territory. At the 46-yard line, we'll call it the 47, 1st and 10 for the Lopes. Hilton is your quarterback. Tommy Smith and Derek Minzy in the backfield. And one of the Cowboys jumped off sides. There's the penalty, and it comes to 5.
Dead ball encroachment defense. 1st and 5.
That's about their 3rd encroachment call tonight. The Lopes have been charged with 1 penalty tonight. That was a 10-yarder. It was a holding penalty. It didn't come until the 3rd quarter.
Mike Johnson and Brandon Newcomb check in offensively. And that might be something for Newcomb coming up right here. They might be getting away from Tommy Smith and going to Newcomb right here. Let's see.
Well, they bring Johnson to the near side, and they pitch to Tommy Smith, who runs that side. Trying to get outside. He does. Runs over a player. Oh, he rambles out of bounds.
He knocked him down like bowling pins.
A little extracurricular activity on the sideline. The Cowboys are frustrated. They cannot bring Tommy Smith down.
I think they are frustrated, but Tommy just ran over.
He lowered that head and shoulder and he knocked him flat.
Hey, you want to get it aggressive. You don't want to do it on the Lope side.
First down, Antelope Valley.
1st and 10 for the Lopes. 1:09 left to go in the 3rd quarter. It has all been Antelope Valley ever since the Cowboys got on the scoreboard first.
The all-league and all-CIF down lineman Justin Fix put a hit on him.
35-yard line. Tommy Smith again. We're about 4 yards. He has been a workhorse tonight.
I would imagine every major college in the nation ought to be here looking for Tommy Smith tonight.
Smith, the ball carrier.
I'll tell you what, guys.
Stop for the Cowboys.
We could sell this tape to a lot of college football scouts. Be millionaires come Monday morning. They didn't hear that down in the truck.
The problem is they'll just get it from Brett Newcomb.
All right, a gain of 3 on the play as the clock winds down here in the 3rd quarter. Less than 35 seconds to go. 2nd and 7. Tommy again with the football. Dances to the left side. He's knocked down short of the first down. He's dancing, juking, doing just about everything
Set up
tonight.
at the line and stopped by Beach.
He doesn't seem to wear down. He doesn't seem to get tired.
Official timeout for
Derek Minzy's helmet came loose. A minor adjustment needed out there on the field by your referee, Guy Graham. These guys are doing a great job here tonight. They come out of the Santa Maria Valley League. Mike Estoni is your umpire. Jerry Morazek, field judge. Gary McNana, the back judge, and head linesman is Jack Hoover.
I'm glad the officials came a distance because after the Palmdale Canyon game, I talked with Harry, and he didn't really care for the officiating that they had when they were up here and said, hey, he invited me to come into the locker room and take a look at some of the stuff that they had on tape. So no excuses tonight. No homers out there. We are at the end of the third quarter. The Lopes looking for the CIF championship, leading 28-10, and we'll be back right after this. 12 minutes remain in the football game, and the Lopes are 12 minutes away from a CIF championship, leading 28-10. They have the football inside the 30-yard line. Kareem Hilton tries to throw the football. It's incomplete. It was intended for his big tight end, number 84, David Whitson.
David Whitson was the intended receiver on that play.
An interesting call. If he would have pump faked, froze the defensive backs, Charles Hood was streaking toward the corner, wide open.
All right, guys, we're going to see Chris Jurgensen for the first time tonight attempting a field goal just inside the 35-yard line. We'll call it a 45-yard field goal.
A field goal.
That's well within his range.
Sure is. He's connected from 52 this year. He's right down the middle, too. Good snap. Newcomb's got it down, but it's off to the right. I don't know if someone got a piece of that.
Might have been partially blocked.
No good.
Boy, there was a great rush there by the Cowboys. They had 3 guys coming in there. The snap was fine.
They pressured him, I think, on that, and I'm not sure that the ball wasn't tipped because it went off to the right like it was.
It might have been Vince Novell, number 20.
So the Lopes don't add any more points to the scoreboard. That's a call of 8 seconds, 11:52 left to go. And here come the Cowboys. Also goes with this. He goes with a single setback. He's going to throw. Screen pass is complete to Bauer. Bauer with some nice moves, still on his feet. He has the first down. He gains about 13 on that play.
Great job of running once he got into open field by Bauer. 6'3", 184-pound junior.
First down, Cowboys.
Bill, that was the first time we saw him in a true passing formation.
34-yard line of the Cowboys.
To the left, what we call trips formation. Now they're back to a more conventional formation.
They've got the back split, Perry and Lurie. They give the ball to Perry. First the left side for a couple of yards, maybe 3 on the carry.
Getting back to Bauer, he has 6 touchdown receptions this year, 656 yards, 40 catches coming into the ball game.
I must say, he didn't look injured on that last reception. He looked mighty healthy.
And he kept up with his stats, an average of 16.4 yards every time he gets his hands on the ball.
We'll give Peary 2 on that carry, 2nd and 8 for the Cowboys. They go with the split backfield. Bauer flank to the right, getting some pressure. Pass almost intercepted.
And you know who most all got that one on the tip drill was Tommy Smith. Almost scooped it up.
Great defensive play there as they knocked the pass down.
Dunn and Steve Ford put really a cruncher on Balto. You watch it right here. Dunn got to him first and Ford got to him second.
Bob, on this play, Canyon was sending out both backs and all the receivers, so they're definitely going for it all, trying to get something to happen out there.
Boy, they have got to air it out now. They sent 2 receivers to the near side. They got one in the slot. One setback. Balto drops back to throw. He's got Bauer across the middle. But he's going to be short on the first down.
Tommy kept him from the first down. What an all-around football player is this Smith.
Bauer was wide open coming across the middle.
It's the same play they ran before, only to this side. That trips formation and Bauer sneaking back to the inside.
They're about a yard short. You know they're going to go for it here with 10:24 left to go. Trailing by 18 points. 4th, and we'll call it 1 at the 43-yard line. Bauer to the right to get to Perry, and he may have got it. It's going to be close.
going to be close.
They're going to have to measure for this
It's
one.
going to be close. I think he may have it by a little bit, where they're spotting the ball.
Well, your eyes have been better than mine up here tonight, Joe. So you think he's got it?
It's an official timeout.
It's close enough that they're going to have to measure for it.
If he doesn't have the first down, the Cowboys are in deep trouble.
I don't like to say things early with only 10:06 left to go, but I think the Cowboys are in deep trouble.
First down, Cowboys.
First down. It keeps them alive. It keeps this drive alive.
That was a good defensive play by AV, though. That was...
They're having to keep the football on the ground. It's working the clock. It continues to tick. We are now at 10 minutes left to go. Balto has his favorite receiver to the near side. Almost intercepted by Akko Hoskins. Bauer was running a fly pattern.
He wasn't looking for the ball.
Not at all. The ball was thrown short, and Balto has a word for his favorite receiver, Bauer, right there. A little mix-up as we take a look at the replay.
He was trying to run an up pattern behind his outside receiver, and he wasn't looking for the ball. The quarterback threw it before he was ready.
That would have been Hoskins' first interception of the season. He could have hung on.
You know, he'd like to have that one back. 2nd and 10. The ball at the 44-yard line of the Cowboys. Split backfield. Balto to throw again. Looking for his fullback, Lurie. The pass is dropped, incomplete.
Did you see the drop that Blankenship did? He got over and covered him like a blanket. I think he was talking to him when the ball arrived.
That's the fullback out of the backfield. Yeah, Blankenship was there.
It's tough for high school kids right now, trailing by 18 points. They know they've got to come back. And, you know, where's the concentration level at right now?
Well, Bill, they come in on an 11-game win streak. They lost their first two football games of the season, which is characteristic of a very Welsh football team.
They're not being behind. They're trailing by 18 here. Balto to throw again. Looking across the middle, he's got his receiver Bauer for the first down. But there is a flag on the play.
Tommy Smith made the hit.
Could it be offensive interference? Somebody pushed off. We'll wait for the call. As Bauer talks to the official.
It looks like it might be defense.
It
Pass
is.
interference defense is going to be declined.
They
First
will
down.
decline that.
I don't know.
Bauer.
Also put that ball right on the money.
Boy, and he's going to Bauer quite a bit. Bauer comes to the near side. Along with Joe Wade. Balto to throw. Steps up. And he's going to be knocked down by number 88.
Ford.
Good play.
Big Ford. Boy, he's dangerous when he steps up in that pocket and finds that gap open.
Tackle by
He
Young.
runs to daylight.
Sure, if he could have beat Ford, he had some room there and some blocking, too.
Only a 1-yard gain, but the clock is now going to be the worst enemy for the Cowboys with 9:13 to go.
2nd and 9. Balto barking out the signal. Quick pass to Bauer. Oh, it's complete. He's still on his feet. Inside the 20-yard line, down near the 15.
Not only
Walters tried to knock him out of bounds, and he got away from him.
Not only did Wayne get burned on the pass, but then he didn't tackle him or get him out of bounds.
He gambled a little bit on this out and then tried to knock him out of bounds. Bauer showing why he's one of their he is their leading receiver.
If Walters could have intercepted that, he had plenty of real estate to run it in. And I think they should be looking just to make the defensive plays right now. Balto rolls left, looking left, throwing across the middle. Intended for number 4.
Mullane Brown did a beautiful job on coverage of slice-swatting that down.
Joe Wade, the pass was incomplete, and I'll tell you what, Willis put a hit on Balto.
Excellent job by Mullane Brown.
And the other Ford brother runs into the football game right now. 2nd and 10. The ball right at the 15-yard line. As we keep mentioning, the clock working against the Cowboys. Less than 9 minutes to go.
Look for Schroeder, number 13, on this reception here.
Balto on a quarterback draw. He's got some room. Oh, great pursuit by the defense. Mullane Brown was there and knocked him down short of the first down.
Balto.
Boy, that's eating up a lot of clock. I'm surprised they're running the ball like this. They need a touchdown in this drive.
Looking at the replay, Bob, I'm not sure he had much of a choice. AB was coming with a blitz there, and he would have had time to throw the ball.
This will be the earliest gentleman that will announce our A1 trophy pick.
I think it was announced at the end of the first quarter, wasn't it,
Maybe
Bob?
the first few minutes.
Ball inside the 10-yard line for the Cowboys.
So there might be encroachment against Antelope Valley.
Against the Antelopes is the preliminary call.
Late flag there.
8:15 to go in this football game.
Dead ball, encroachment defense.
The Antelopes have not made many mistakes
Okay.
tonight.
Where we at? Okay, half
Go to the 4.5.
Yeah, okay, and it's going to be...
All right, they will have first and goal at the 4.5-yard line with 9:15 left to go.
Yeah, this 9.
Guys, we can obviously look for the onside kick if Canyon puts the ball in the end zone here.
Bill, I think there's one ball missing on the 8, I believe.
Okay.
Remember that happened in the first quarter.
They didn't change that ball, but your request. All right, 8:05 left to go in the football game. Balto at the 4.5-yard line is going to throw the football to Bauer. Incomplete.
Needed to lost that ball.
Hey, you know, Wayne Walters tried to play the ball again instead of the man, and if that pass would have been on target, they would have had 6.
If he put a little bit more loft on it, they might have it. He threw that a little too hard.
You know, it's no secret to go to Bauer. Now, do you put double coverage on the guy?
It's hard to get double coverage when you're down on this end of the field. They're playing man coverage, and you got to really break down your defensive front to go double coverage.
And Bauer is 6'3". Walters is 5'11".
There's
So
a
he's got
definite height advantage
Sure
in
enough.
Bauer's favor.
Wade and Bauer. Flank to the right.
There you go, there you go.
Complete for a touchdown.
Really nice catch.
It looked like it went to the fullback, Lurie, for the touchdown. 4.5-yard touchdown reception.
Caught that touchdown pass.
It was. Leary out of the backfield, ran right into the corner of the end zone, right over the goal line.
Okay, we'll have
This
the
ball
numbers
game
for
is
the
not
winner
over,
of the
gentlemen.
50-50.
That's what they had to do is score on this drive to get it on in.
I'm surprised they're not going for the 2 points to make it a 10-point ball game. It looks like they're going to try to the extra point instead of going for the 2-point conversion.
I think Harry's thinking winning the game. I think he's thinking 3 scores.
This is Steve Mann in.
The kick is good.
Flag on the play.
7:54 left to go. 28-16 is our score. We'll be back right after this. Okay, take the point away. There was a holding call on the Lopes, and now the Cowboys will go for the 2-point conversion. Holding call on the Lopes, so they will now try to convert the 2 points. Balto with Leary and Perry. Perry gets the football, and it's going to be stopped short.
Wayne Walters made the hit, submarining from his cornerback position.
28-16 is the score. With 7:54 left to go, and now what does that do to the Cowboys?
Number 9, 4,
Joe?
8.
Well, I think, Bill, that what Coach Welch was thinking of is getting 2 scores. I think he's thinking winning the game more than tying, more than trying to tie the game. And I think that going for 2 there, was just an opportunity that came up. And that unusual call, I might add, holding against the defense on the point after.
Joe, would you predict an onside kick coming here for the Cowboys?
There's no doubt, Bob. They don't have time to try anything else. They've got to kick an
That's the
onside
next
kick.
break call.
AV High has tight ends and wide receivers up there on the front wall.
They're looking for it.
All right, one of the most exciting plays in football. We know what's coming. The onside kick. But no, it's not. He kicks it deep to Hood. Hood on the right side to the 15. Knocked down at the 15. Hammered back to about the 14. So they surprised us.
That's a big surprise, Bill. There isn't, if Canyon wants to score 2 more times, there isn't a lot of time for them to do that. And they've got to get 2 touchdowns.
I'd like to remind everyone that at the end of the game, there will be some
All right,
award
1st and 10 for the Lopes at the 15-yard line.
John Beach made the hit downfield.
Stayed off of the field so that the ceremony will go smoothly. Thank you.
Tommy Smith has been the workhorse tonight. Running from the tailback position, gets the football again. Not much there. Looked like one of the linebackers.
Smith, the ball carrier.
They're just going with Tommy. Wherever Tom goes, the linebacker's flying up.
And they will try to work as much of the clock as they can. Cowboys will need 2 scores. Trailing 28-16.
The name of the game right now is ball control. Hang on to it and try to get the first downs. Canyon's job, get the ball away.
Tommy again with the football. A lot of room.
There's your first down.
There it is. Boy, he's running hard
They
tonight.
can't stop him.
I would really like to know how many times he's carried the football tonight. It's been in his hand 90% of the time tonight.
2, 1, 3, 1.
Got to be into the 30s, I think, in terms of carries.
And he said all week they would not stop him. They stopped him the first time these 2 teams met. He had only 55 yards and 21 carries. No stopping the Colt tonight. 1st and 10 for the Lopes. There's a flag.
Bill, interesting. Tommy Smith now has 26 carries for 191 yards. He predicted he'd go over 200.
Delay, offense, still first down.
Can you believe that as a prophet? No?
5-yard penalty.
Not only is a great football player, but I'll tell you,
Okay, here's the winner.
he's amazing.
Of the 50-50, gentleman by the name of
Well, the Lopes hurt themselves on that one. They got a delay call against them. Not only does it cost them 5 yards, it stops the clock.
It goes again, though.
There it goes. Tommy Smith bounces off a couple of tacklers. Gets to the outside, but nothing there. As the fans start doing a little complaining out there and finger pointing.
on the last tackle. Loss on the play.
Well, they think there might be a little bit of late hitting, but I don't think so. Tom's tough to bring down. You got to get bodies on him.
Well, he lost a yard on that one. We'll call it 2nd and 16.
He needs 10 yards to go over that 200-yard mark.
Tommy Smith on the right side.
There he's got it. He's got it. He goes over 200 yards.
Boy, he almost broke it, too.
They're right at 200 yards.
Tackle by Blade.
Still well short of the first down. It will be 3rd down. The ball at the 32-yard line
The winner of the game ball,
as Newcomb
gentleman by the name
and
of Bobby
Pape
Koch.
come onto the field for the Lopes.
Well, I think it's high time, Bill, that we announce the A1 trophy winner. Joe, why don't you mention who wins it tonight?
I don't think everybody's on the edge of their seat with this one, Bob. Obviously, it's Tommy Smith.
And he catches the football for a first down.
Right on cue.
He's amazing. He's caught 12 passes coming into the ball game for 3 touchdowns, 187 total yards, an average of 15.6 yards.
I think that might be about it. I don't know if there's enough time, barring anything unusual.
As we look across the field, we see a lot of disappointed Canyon Cowboy fans that made the trip up Highway 14, just sitting quietly on the sideline. Not much to cheer about right now. Trailing 28-16, 4:40 left to go in a football game. This, folks, is for the CIF championship. Tommy Smith with the carry for maybe a yard.
On the carry.
Now, Bob, you know quite a bit about the CIF history. I know the Canyon Cowboys had quite a string of
There's gonna be an
CIF
after
championships
game.
in a row there one
The
time.
streak came to a halt by A.B. High on this very same field, 22-21 that night.
Right here.
And they say, Joe, that night when Tommy Smith was only a sophomore, he made the first initial hit on the quarterback to stop him on the quarterback keeper. It would have did the ball game.
That would have won the game. I don't doubt it.
Great tradition. You know, Harry Welch, great tradition. Outstanding football team and a coach.
Tommy Smith again with the football. Not much there, maybe a loss on the play. I'll tell you, maybe Coach Harry Welch will attend the Lopes graduation this year just to say goodbye to Tommy Smith.
So, well, Harry said it before the ball game. He told everybody he's the greatest all-around high school football player he's ever seen. He's proven it to everybody tonight.
And there's some good players coming out of this area. Aaron Emanuel, Bruce Hill, Harold Barkay, a lot of good players from here.
Well, Bill, it's before your time, but I had a treat to watch this man on our left. Joe Watts was one of the finest passing quarterbacks ever to come out of this school or this valley, too.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. They produced some good ones here, and it looks like the officials are going to take a timeout. We've got 3rd and long for the Lopes.
Is there equipment problem?
You know, these officials haven't seen either one of these teams play this year, and I talked with them before the ball game, and I said, you guys are in for a treat. This is going to be probably one of the greatest games you've ever seen or got to officiate. And they were looking forward to it.
All right, 3:10 left to go. 3rd and 7, Tommy Smith again. Battles his way for a couple of yards. And we should give a tribute to the Canyon football team, because I'll tell you what, the fans, they have not left over there at all. They know it's over with 3:01 left to go.
Well, 11-game winning streak coming into this ball game by the Cowboys, an outstanding team and nothing at all to hang their head over. They played some great football. It just wasn't their night tonight here.
Well, Bob, anytime your team makes it to the championship game, just the fact that you made it there signals an excellent season, and both teams should be proud of that.
And we mentioned it earlier that the Cowboys got here on pretty much an easy route. They really
Holding. Offense. Still 3rd down.
Bill, I talked to Brent Newcomb before the ball game, and I said, no matter how it turns out tonight, you've had a fantastic year. And he says, but Bob, remember one thing, nobody remembers you if you finish 2nd. And I says, I don't think you're going to finish 2nd tonight, Coach.
So now you're the prophet, huh, Bob?
Well, I picked him to win by 1, but I think it's going to be a lot more than this tonight.
2:45 left to go. 3rd and forever. We'll call it 17. Tommy Smith, if anyone can get it, it's him. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Give him 7 on the carry.
And that puts him well over 200 yards.
I'm sure it does.
Not only did he say he'd get 200, but nothing, they're still not going to stop him.
I didn't really think that he would be denied tonight.
Come on, Cowboys. Hey, listen, these
The Cowboys will stop the clock.
Now the trick is to try to identify all these Antelopes getting into the lineup. Kona Billy Zone is in there now. And you know Newcomb will clear the bench now and get them all in.
Coach Newcomb runs off the field now to talk to his players.
Hey, I better mention this here because Ken McGowan has been listening. I want to thank Ken McGowan for the A1 trophy pick tonight. He has the special happy holiday wishes to everybody and a Merry Christmas. Small gift lines, computer items, trophies, plaques, and engraving, sterling silver, jewelry trays, watches, clocks, all kinds of things. And Ken McGowan wishes everybody a Merry Christmas, and he's been donating these trophies for about the past 14 years. And stop by on Elm and Milling on Lancaster Boulevard and pay him a visit. Thanks, Ken.
All right. Tommy Smith will punt. He's done just about everything tonight. Ran the football, caught the football, thrown the football, intercepted the football, punted the football. And he's ready to punt here, standing at his own 26-yard line. It's a beauty. Holy cow. All the way back inside the 20 to the 16-yard line is Nell. Nothing there, and he's going to be brought down inside the 20. Big punt by Tommy Smith. Folks, we got 2:18 left to go. The Lopes looking for the CIF championship. They're 2 minutes and 18 seconds away, Bob.
A 40-yard boomer, a skyrocket.
Bill and Bob, I don't know if people watching, I don't know if any of them have come out and seen Tommy Smith play in person, but you got to see him play to believe this stuff.
You'll watch him on national TV next year.
No doubt.
And where will he play next year? Pass intended for Bauer, broken up by the Lopes.
If Bauer had the ball thrown behind him, he had no chance to make the reception.
Looked like number 30, Akko Hoskins. Knocked it down as we take a look at the replay. Actually almost intercepted it. They used 8 seconds. 2:10 left to go.
The Antelopes, since 1981, this will be their 4th CIF championship, Joe. John Lowry won 2 in a row. Brent Newcomb has 1 in 81. This will be his 2nd.
And how about that Golden League?
Yes.
The Golden League has established itself as a pretty dominant league in football.
Well, they keep the ball on the ground. Perry, nothing there. He will be back next year. And this Canyon football team, I guarantee you, will be back next year. There's a flag on the play.
Player went off on the wrong side. You're not allowed to do that.
Okay, 1:51 left to go.
You have a dead ball procedure penalty against the red
right
team.
after this. Completed to Bauer. The fans want a call from the officials as it's getting rather physical out there in its final minute, 30 to go. 90 seconds away from the CIF championship. Ball toe to throw, getting pressure from Ford. Passes off to Perry. Perry gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 90 ticks left to go.
Perry's out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Dunn.
28-16. The Cowboys got on the scoreboard early after a Tommy Smith fumble on the kickoff. Cowboys put it in and made it 7-0, but then the Lopes came back. It's been all Tommy Smith. 66-yard touchdown run, 55-yard touchdown on an interception. Balto to his favorite receiver, Bauer. It's complete.
Well,
Looks like he's got a first down.
Probably will move the chain. That's first down.
Joe, they had this flea flicker on. It was supposed to go to Bauer, then pitch back to Larry. Larry was trailing, as you watch right here, but he couldn't get his hands off the ball. Here comes Larry right next to him.
You're right, Bob. That's what it looked like.
Guys, it's all academic now with 1:17 left to go.
The Brewster's members that there's going to be a meeting at 7 o'clock on Tuesday.
Well, I'll make my way down to the field to this gigantic crowd. You guys try to join me if you can, if you can get through this mess.
All right, Bob, be careful now. As Joe puts on the headset, can you hear the crowd screaming, chanting, "We're number one." The Lopes truly will be number one in a minute and 17 seconds. 28-16 is your score. Balto to Bauer. Pass is complete for the first down as they get into Lope territory.
Pass complete to Bauer.
46-yard line.
Hoskins making the tackle.
It'll be a long ride home for the Cowboys tonight and their fans, Joe. Perry, the ball carrier. There's a flag on the play. Came flying about.
Face mask, defense, first down.
Face mask against the Lopes will cost them 5 yards. Cowboys not giving up, trying to get the football into the end zone and then go for an onside kick. It would truly take a miracle to come back from this deficit with 1:13 left to go as the clock continues to tick. Bob McEwen making his way down to the field to talk with Tommy Smith. Pass intended for Bauer is incomplete. That stops the clock.
You made a good point there, Bill, though. There is really plenty of time left on the clock if they can score here real quick.
Well, you know the Cowboys haven't given up. They can get the ball into the end zone. There's a chance. A chance to win the football game, because if they recover an onside kick and put it in, they'll win. But that's not likely here. 1:07 left to go. Balto with 2 receivers. Looking left, looking. The pass is complete, but there's a flag on the play that came late. That pass was complete to number 13, Brian Schroeder.
Got an illegal receiver downfield.
But it's all going to come back. Illegal receiver downfield for the Cowboys.
Well, that probably did it right there. That brings the ball back, and I think it might even be a loss of down. I don't know if it is.
All right, second, and we'll call it 15. Less than a minute to go. Balto not giving up, throwing the football to Bauer. It's complete. He's got the first down inside the 15-yard line to the 14-yard line. 49 seconds left to go. They're going without a huddle now, trying to get the ball into the end zone. Balto, there's flags on the play.
He can't do it by running.
He's going to have to run the football, which is going to take a lot of time off the clock. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
Flag on the field.
Would we have an illegal motion? Let's wait for the call.
Procedure.
Illegal
Offense.
procedure.
Red cap.
It's tough for these kids to get set going without the huddle. Trying to work the hurry-up offense right now. Boy, it's been a great football game, though.
It has been, Bill. That's just what we expected to see, but I don't know if we expected to see AV dominate as much as they did.
Give a lot of credit to the defensive line. Guys like Willis and Bill Blankenship in there, and Ford, and Freeman. Balto to throw again. Looking for the end zone. The pass intended for Bauer is incomplete. Second and 15. 32 seconds left.
Let me remind you, please stay off of the field. The conclusion of the game.
We're 32 seconds away from pandemonium here at Mays Field in Lancaster.
I think so. They just told everybody to stay off the field, but I don't think that's going to happen.
And believe me, folks, 6,000 here tonight. Great crowd, great football game. Balto rolls right, trying to get the ball into the end zone. Passes up. It's complete. Touchdown. Schroeder with the reception.
Might have taken a little bit too much time to get that 6 points.
Their only hope now is to recover an onside kick.
We're going to go for 2, Bill.
28-22.
Why are they celebrating?
26 seconds left to go.
Brett!
I think that the 2 points is academic right now.
Yeah, I don't understand this at all.
Because if they don't get it, then they're 6 points away.
Too much time. Offense.
It's a delay of game call, so now that may change the mind of Coach Harry Welch.
I don't think it is. I think he's still going to go for 2.
But it really doesn't make a difference.
Again, you're right. I have no idea what the reasoning is behind this.
A lot of times it can just take the momentum out of you. If you don't score, get the 2-point conversion. We'll see what happens. We're going 5 yards deeper. Balto rolls right, looking to throw. Across the middle, the pass is incomplete. Intended for number 4, Joe Wade. So 26 seconds left to go. 28-22 is the score. The Cowboys still have an outside chance. He will definitely come with the onside kick here. Try to recover it and have 20-some seconds to work with to try to get the ball into the end zone.
It's tough, but possible.
And now the Canyon fans are on their feet, hoping for a miracle. Have the Lopes celebrated too early tonight? I don't think so.
This is it right here. This is the key play.
All right, the Lopes have their backs and receivers up on the front line, awaiting an onside kick with 26 seconds left to go. There it is. Looks like the ball may have gone out of bounds, and there's the flag. It will go out of bounds. It will be a penalty.
Illegal procedure, the ball went out of bounds at the kickoff.
Illegal procedure is the actual call.
And I'm not sure that AV has to take this penalty.
Free kick out of bounds is declined. Red ball right here.
All right, they decline it. They'll take the football. All they have to do is run the clock out. 23 seconds. A simple knee to the ground.
At the conclusion of the game.
We'll sew this one up for the Lopes. Hilton goes to the ground.
That should be the last play. Or Canyon has timeout.
Timeout for the Cowboys as they delay it another couple of minutes. 21 seconds left to go. Coach Brent Newcomb onto the field to talk to his players. Bob McEwen has made his way down to the field to talk to our A1 trophy pick tonight, Tommy Smith. And some of the Canyon folks start to hit the exits. And the old 45-minute drive home. It will be a long one. This team is not accustomed to losing. 28-22, 21 seconds to go. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot. It wasn't as close as the score indicates right now.
No, I think AV pretty much dominated the game. Took advantage of turnovers when they got them and made some big plays.
Hilton goes to the ground.
That's probably it.
Okay, the Cowboys will use another timeout. 2 seconds went off the clock, 19 ticks left. And right now, they get acknowledgement from their fans, the Cowboy fans. Giving a big round of applause to their players. Nothing to hang their heads over. A very good football team. I'll tell you what, they came in with a lot of adversity tonight, too. They lost 2 of their linebackers. Their tailback, Perry, had a sprained ankle. Their top receiver, Bauer, had a sprained ankle.
Losing those 2 linebackers is a very big key. Those linebackers are the heart of your defense, and losing 2 can be devastating, and I think we saw that tonight.
And the last time when the two teams played, the linebackers were there. Hey, it's time to celebrate. The Lopes, 1988 CIF champions. The final, 28-22. Bob McEwen's down on the field somewhere, getting mobbed. He will try to get with our A1 trophy pick, Tommy Smith. What a night he had. He rushed for over 200 yards. He said he was going to do it. A man of his word. It wasn't a good start for Tommy Smith tonight. He fumbled the football on the opening kickoff, and the Cowboys converted it to 7 points. But boy, he came back more determined than ever. He had 2 fumbles on tonight, and each time he fumbled the ball, he came back with a vengeance. As both teams congratulate each other. 28-22 is the final. The Lopes win it at home and avenge a loss earlier this year to the Cowboys right here on this same field. Bob McEwen is standing by on the field. We should have a lot of interviews for you. I know he's looking for Coach Newcomb and our A1 trophy pick, Tommy Smith. Joe, you surprised at the outcome tonight?
Well, Bill, I'm not surprised that AV won the game, because I know that Coach Newcomb has a knack for getting his teams ready for this kind of game. I am surprised at the margin of victory for AV. They pretty much dominated the game. It was their game after the opening kickoff, of course, where they seemed to have lost momentum immediately. They came right back.
I think I'll still go back to that defensive series when Big David Willis got a sack in there, and they just shut him down, and they got the football back and scored, and it was the Lopes the rest of the way from there.
I think you're right, Bill. You know, time and time again, it's proven that defense, you make momentum with defense. That's what gives your team momentum, and AV's defense rose to the occasion tonight.
I see the Gatorade buckets down there as the celebration continues here in Lancaster on Mays Field. Congratulations to the Antelope Valley Lopes, the CIF Championship team. 28-22 is your final. We'll be back with some interviews right after this.
I used to see on every TV your smiling face look back at me.
Okay, the Antelopes are the CIF champions here tonight. Brett, you said before the ball game that nobody remembers the guy that comes in second.
That's true. I mean, we've been working real hard since 1981. We're back. I got a great group of coaches, great group of guys from top to... And this guy is superstar.
This guy over here predicted he would go over 200 yards. Tommy, congratulations. Thanks.
I couldn't do it without the law.
That's it.
Thank you.